Last 5 seconds. Ready? Start. Sir, this budget has made the dreams of many presidents of the chambers of commerce come true. In fact, this has gone beyond the dreams of quite a number of them, and for that reason, if nothing else, the finance minister is to be congratulated. They had been thinking about it, they had been talking about it, discussing it, dreaming about it. But even in their enormous dreams, they never thought that all this will come true by one stroke. This is done by the government, by the party which has won an unprecedented majority. Therefore, it is not bound by any precedent what had gone on in the time of Nehru or Indira Gandhi. They are not bound by it. So, therefore, they have made a clean and clear departure. The only thing is that they forgot to tell the electorate that they will make such a departure. They say they will give a new lead, they will give a new direction to the country. But what kind of a new lead they will give, they forgot to explain. There is a reason why they forgot to explain. The leader of the party is a young man and he is a man of a few words. So these things are not properly explained. But now we see what is the direction of this government clearly, and for what reason also the finance minister has to be congratulated. He has given a sum total of the philosophy of the ruling party in one document. So, as honorable member before me pointed out, are going to depart from the socialist principles. We may still go on giving up lip service to them. We shall liquidate gradually our public sector, although until we have totally done so, we shall go on praising them. We shall give a goodbye to the directive principles of state policy in the constitution, for which our demand was that they should be made justiciable. Just the reverse is being done now. This is all right if the ruling party believes in it, and they have believed in it for quite some time apparently. From the tenor of the speeches made by the member of the ruling party, we find that they are in total harmony with the budget presented by the Honorable Finance Minister. I have seen the papers, everybody has seen them. First day, they came out heaping praises on the budget. On the second day, they came out with a different story. I have asked the journalists about it, why their papers have taken this unexpectedly. They said when we wrote copies on the first day, we thought that tax exemption and all that had come. It was very good for us. On the second day, in the morning, when we went to buy petrol and kerosene, we found that there was a price hike for these two items. They understood that it had hit the common people. Of course, the press is controlled by the capitalists. They are bringing both kinds of views, so we are confused, and I think the common people of the country are confused as to actually what is the direction in which this government is taking us through this budget. That should be made clear. There is a deficit of nearly rupees 4,000 crores. There is something which has been omitted relating to this deficit, because it is at the cost of the state governments that the deficit has been contained at rupees 4,000 crores. Because of the government had followed the recommendations of the 8th Finance Commission and paid state government what was due to them according to those recommendations in the first year, that is 1984-85. Then this deficit would have increased by another rupees 1500 crores. It would have stood at rupees 5500 crores approximately. So a financial maneuver, it is not an intelligent endeavor. And what was the original estimated deficit? That was rupees 1600 crores. So it is a jump of 3.5 times. I hope this year's deficit, which is rupees 3500 crores, is not going to make such a jump. They have been able to contain inflation to some extent. It is true the figures show that the consumer price index have risen so much. They have risen by less than what they rose last year and the year before. The wholesale price index is also like that. But is it reflected in the lives of the people? Do they feel that their household expenses have gone down? Or are they going up at the same rate approximately as in the years before? I think our experience is different, but in any case, going by your figures, I can say that you have given 3 reasons how you have been able to contain the inflation at present. I am deeply conscious that the last 2 years have been difficult for Indian industry in the context of growing integration with the world economy and the inevitable uncertainties of the global marketplace. But we should also be proud of the way Indian industry has surmounted difficult challenges and produced world-class winners in a number of fields such as information technology and pharmaceuticals. The process of corporate and industrial restructuring in the face of new challenges is inevitable. To help this transition, I shall be announcing important tax initiatives to facilitate corporate mergers. Stop.